Well, it's the beginning of a new year, and if you own a property, you probably did pretty well last year as far as appreciation is concerned. On average, property values are up 30% in just 1 year, which is huge. So, what's that mean for 2022? Are we in for a correction or more of the same? Well, to use the old cliche qualifier, nobody has a crystal ball, but we can make some educated guesses on what's going to happen. Um, and in 2022, December 2022, we can go back and see how right or wrong I was. So let's get this out of the way. Am I expecting a market correction? No. Why? Well, the old inventory shortage story continues on. We don't have enough houses to meet the demands of buyers wanting to buy homes. This is compounded by supply chain issues that are slowing housing completions because builders and tradespeople are struggling to get the materials they need when they need them. Now, until we see the supply issue improve or something very significant to quell demand, we're going to see prices continue to rise. And when I say something very significant, I don't mean a new stress test or an investor tax or even a modest interest rate hike. The only way I see an interest rate hike bursting the bubble is if we saw something like 5%, if rates got to 5%. However, I don't think that's a realistic worry anytime in the near future, given the extreme amount of debt the government's in themselves. As it stands, money's still dirt cheap to borrow, and while there will likely be an interest rate hike or hikes in 2022, I don't see it happening in the short term while we're still dealing with high COVID case counts. But because we know that the rate hikes are inevitable, people are still rushing to buy now before rates go up, which again is spiking our demand. So focusing solely on addressing issues related to demand is simply not enough to see prices drop, in my opinion. And I say that because demand is just half of the overall equation. The fact of the matter is we have rock bottom inventory and sky high demand with lineups of buyers competing hard for these homes. Even if we reduce that lineup by half, it still doesn't seem to be enough to bring prices down. Slow growth, maybe, but not bring prices down. So how much will prices go up? I see Southwestern Ontario going up at least 10% in 2022, and that's conservative. Depending on the city, I expect to see 15 to 20%. If you're in areas outside the city, those tertiary areas, watch for those areas to be on the higher end because investors and first-time home buyers are going to be seeking out those lower prices, and working away from the city has never been easier. So if you're in the GTHA, I'm talking places like Brantford, Caledonia, and if we head towards Niagara, I'm thinking something like a Welland is going to be another place to watch. Those look like excellent places to invest next year, and will be much more affordable than Hamilton, which too I think Hamilton as well is just going to keep chugging away. So what do you think? Any theories on what the housing market's going to do? Thoughts on ideal cities to invest in? Leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you all think.